Hey everyone, I'm back and I thought I'd show you, I guess, my cleaned up craft room or reorganized craft room. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here. I didn't show this before because it was already cleaned up by the time I had talked about it. But I've had these Michael's Recollections carts or shelving for a long time, and actually some of the shelving's even come loose and broken. So you could see on this side there's no shelf right here. I pulled it out because it is, didn't work out for that piece, and even the backing is coming off this one. But these are stationary. I never move them around, so I use them to hold some of my wood stamp collection in this craft room. What's in front of it is actually a box of stuff I'm going to either donate or destash. Box full of stamps and dies. And then on this side, well, that's an empty box of boxes, like jewelry boxes and stuff, that I kept for my husband because I know he likes to reuse them. And then the box underneath is little tools and stuff like that I'll probably destash. So let me swing around. I'm going to cover it so you guys don't get dizzy. This isn't as clean as it probably could be. But these are the IKEA cabinets that I've had for a little while. I bought these off of Facebook Marketplace. No, Craigslist. A few years back. It was $200 for the entire combination, which was a good deal for the craft room. So on this side, which is open, doesn't have doors, because this one had a drawer actually, and I took it out. My big sewing machine is here. And then I've got a bunch of stuff in there, like vintage typewriter, ink for my fountain pens or other pens, more fountain pens. And then this is all like office stuff, notebooks and more pen stuff. But back in there are some tools that I don't use a lot, but sometimes I like to reach for them, and they're not in my studio. I don't have to go all the way out to the studio to get them. So up here, like I said, it's not as clean as I want it to be. Some of this stuff has to actually go out to the studio, like storage and just stuff I'm not using in here. And then I've got a whole bunch of twine and ribbons up in here, and buttons in jars. I got some traveler's notebooks in that bag, photography stuff in that container. And then what I've done is, sorry, I don't want to make you too dizzy. I have, with these containers I got from Target Dollar Spot, there's actually 2 in each package. I put my Mayarts ribbon. They're on big spools, and it's not ribbon, it's actually twine, and they're different colors. Like that's a pink one, natural, 2 natural colors, blue up there, and then I think those are red and green, but that's what I put in there. There's a little hole in the lip so I could thread the ribbon through, or the twine. Washi tape up in there. I put this cube here that has a lot of stuff. I need to go through some of it and throw stuff out or donate or whatever. These 2 plastic little drawer sets came from Target as well, and I just have miscellaneous stuff like charms and stuff in some of those. This is my craft room that's in the house, so I don't have everything out here. Lots of this stuff is for card making or sewing, because this I intended to turn into a sewing room, but I don't sew all that much, so card making and that stuff in here, and stitching in here. So down in the bottom, and I won't bother to open them all, down here there's lots of journal stuff, notebooks, stuff like that for office, and then some like stuff to alter in this drawer, or not drawer, but behind the cabinet doors. The drawers have all tools in them, so just know that. This has like ribbon and fabrics, and that one has also some more fabrics, but also Stampin' Up! Ink pads and towers. And then on here, on the desk area, this is where I plan to do, like, if I have to take photos of stuff, I can move this easily by folding it up. I keep my trimmer out all the time. This is the trimmer I prefer. It's a Fiskars bypass trimmer. I find it's the best for me and more accurate, and then you don't have to replace the blades either. But I also have craft mats down all the way across the top, but some books, some colored pencils in there, back behind there, and then these 2 bins. One is embellishments that I need to go through, like stickers and stuff that are in the house, And then the other one is more stamps and dies that I need to go through. They just wouldn't fit over there by the window. And then a whole bunch of empty bins from Dollar Tree and other places. And then this has more stuff to, this is for sublimation. So I just have a basket of stuff that has been sitting out. I need to probably move that to the studio too. Okay, I'm going to swing around. And so you can see this side of the desk. And I know I didn't go through this. This is all envelopes. I didn't do anything with these drawers. I just needed to get cleaned up. So I didn't do anything with this, but this is all envelopes. I just need to fix that. And then you can see the top of the desk now, which was all covered with stuff. I keep my inks in the drawers that I use more often. These are all Hero Arts ombre inks. I probably should redo that. I don't know. These are all Lawn Fawn inks. And then in this drawer is just watercolor and some inks too. Which you could see if you could see actually the top of the desk, but can't. These bins from the Dollar Tree are all holding like scraps. Scraps of paper that I could die cut already. Scraps of ribbon. These are all bling. And that's more scraps, but they're like Christmas related. And then I have another stack behind in pink. And those are yet more supplies. So I just left them here for now. If I want to go through them, I will. I am done organizing for now, if you can't tell. So this little shelving unit actually comes apart. They're shoe organizers, and they used to be on my table, but I didn't want to block the sun from coming onto the table, so I put them on the side and stacked them all up because you can do that. And you can see my tower of distressed ink blenders, which I don't use. I might stash that along with the blender tools. I've got a whole bunch of bins here that I still have to go through, but these are Biggs dies that I wanted to use for projects or have used. I just either need to carry them back out to the studio or do something. Some more embellishments, but these are all felt, I think, die cuts. And then a box for spraying stuff in, which I rarely use. Some gingerbread die cuts. Okay, you guys have seen this already. This is my 6-cube unit that I bought from Big Lots. In front of it are 2 extra large iris cases. I decided I would put my collection of wood stamps for some things in here. The bottom one is the PSX flower series that I have, and there's a lot. They're actually standing upright, so the way this bin, the deep measurement of this bin allows you to put the stamps upright so you can stack stuff on top of it and there won't be any pressure on the rubber stamps. I like that. So I got 2 of those deep ones. The bottom one are PSX stamps. The top one is the buttermilk. No, is it buttermilk basin? I don't remember what's it. Yeah, I think those are buttermilk basin stamps in there. All the ones that I have in my collection. And then the 2 top ones are smaller iris cases. So they're the 12 by 12 size, or the ones that hold the 12 by 12 paper in them. And that has more, the first one that's in the middle, sandwiched between, has more wood stamps. I don't remember what's in that. And that one's just paper I have to go through. This box and the box underneath are sorted wood stamps that I have to put away. So they're in bags, but some of them are in just a box. But they are like categorized. That's a recycling trash can. And then all of this here I've shown you before. These have the stamps that are in the Stampendous thick containers that are in plastic. There's some notebooks down there. I put some ribbon that I want to use. More ribbon here. This is all gingham and paper tray ink ribbon. Stamps in boxes. And then you've seen this before. I'm actually when I feel like it, I'm going to reorganize these so that they're better organized in terms of what's in here. So I'll go through each one and kind of put the stamps and dies in a correct order. That's all Spellbinders dies, and I think stamps are in there too. Stamps and dies in all 4 of these. These 2 are Christmas and recipe related. as well as some of these, and there's some Easter ones in there. I haven't gone through that. And then these are like your everyday year-round type of thing. So I just need to go through and either put some more stuff away into the bins that are all up on this wall. Oh yeah, there's a strawberry there. This is from my friend Carla. She gave this to me, I think a year or two ago. No, maybe it was a year ago. It is a blow-up balloon, and it's in the shape of a strawberry. So I saw it the other day while I was cleaning, and I blew it up and hung it from the curtain rod. Anyway, this has been here a long time. It goes all the way to the ceiling of my room. These are Billy bookcases from IKEA, and they are chock full of stamps and dies in my collection, paper, stencils, and then like special kits. There's kits all up in here from Paper Tray. These are more dies that are categoried, and then more dies, some stamps too. My paper for cardstock paper for my card making is here. There's some pattern paper in here, but it's not like your 12 by 12 collections or anything like that. All I did was organize these a little bit better. I made some more dividers. I use some dividers that I purchased from the office supply store and cut them down to 5 by 7 because that's what fits my bins. And then I just use my label maker to show you which ones. Now, some of them have these little red sparkly what do you call these things? Pipe cleaner. Some of the bins have that, and that's to indicate it's Christmas. So the sticker doesn't say Christmas, but that tells me that there's Christmas related things in there. That one actually says Christmas. So I tried to put stuff together like that's the stamp market, and so is this. But this is the Christmas one. And then there's another Christmas, but it goes all the way up. So those are shakers, stamps, and not stamps, just dies and the actual plastic containers for the shakers. And then this is all sequins for that. Got some more. I got my stitching stuff here, like the actual floss that I use on a regular basis. And then there's all stamps. So swinging around, I forgot what this thing is called, but you hang it up. There's more stuff here. This isn't changed. There's my ring light. It's actually on one of these things that goes out. But this hasn't changed at all, except for me trying to organize it a little bit better. I didn't get to that at all. There's a lot of stuff down here, but I don't pull these bottom drawers out, these two bottom ones here that can pull out. That's a Christmas basket of stamps and dies. This is all scrap paper, which I just actually thought about throwing it all out because sometimes I can't deal with scraps and starting new. And then these are all like different plates for your die cutter. I have a manual Big Shot here because sometimes I need it for partial die cutting. It's easier for me to stop where I want it to. So this is in here. This is all 12 by 12 Christmas collections. Down here in the back is cardstock that I sometimes reach for, but not always. And then there's a lot of extra cardstock that I purchased when there was a sale. And I have tons of cardstock. I do not need to be purchasing solid cardstock because I have tons of it. These are my 6x6 pads. There's actually Christmas all the way to the back. These are your year-round other than Christmas. This is all gingham and plaid. And then there's more collections here. Some of it's Tilda. Actually, a lot of this down here is Tilda right here. I brought it in from my studio. And then there's some, I think a fall one from Michael's or something like that. But anyway, you can see my die cutters. This drawer here and the one above, that's my scan and cut. It rolls out. So all I have to do is move the lamp to the right because it's on a arm. And then I can pull the top drawer out. I use my scan and cut more than I do my Cricut maker. So down here, there's still a lot of bins, but this is all paper bins. So these were in that stamp, those stamp carts from Michael's originally, and I pulled them out to hold my wood stamps instead. So the paper collections are here in front of all the other paper. And this is not anywhere near how much paper I have in 12 by 12 because that's in my studio. This is the ones I've been using for my recipe book, which is actually underneath that pink folder. Then I have a project that I want to make, still sitting here. And then to the left is a stack of Christmas recipe books or recipe books. Underneath that stack is all ribbon in these same type of containers that latch closed. They're recollections bins. And then I'm going to swing around and you can see my desktop. Okay, that's the project I'm going to work on today. Hopefully. I'm going to color. And then on this side of the desk, which is a replica of the other side, again, glass top, these are my Stamp Market inks in both drawers. So this drawer and the far one on the right contain the same Stamp Market inks, well, different colors. And then the middle one is all Distress Oxides. So that's what's under this glass mat. And then you can see the view I have of my stuff. My Big Shot switch, which stays like this all the time. And then I switched out my container holding my brushes to my Tailored Expression, what do you call these? Organizers. They spin around and I have 3 of them to hold all the various color brushes that I use. So these are only for the oxides, in case you're wondering. Only for oxide inks. You don't want to mix them with your dye inks because they'll clog your pad. So these are just for the oxides. I have another set for my dye inks and they're in one of the drawers in my desk. I won't go through my desk because it hasn't changed. And this is what I usually have out on my desk in terms of different tools that I use. I have a double stuffed Lazy Susan that has all your kind of paper, scissors, pokey tools, you know, bone folder, all that kind of stuff all up in here. So I just spin it around when I need something. There's acrylic blocks. This has like glue and other stuff, cleaners and stuff. But you can see my desk is pretty clean. I have out some of these. These are little just white project containers. And I keep these to hold my projects in them. So these have different projects I want to do. Design team projects or whatever. I don't mind showing you because you're not seeing anything I haven't shown. This is just some of the pads that I clean. Now I got this at Target. And those are the 2 scrubber things from Hero Arts. That's what you're seeing on my desk. Of course I couldn't get the black ink out of this, but I washed them up a little bit just so they're a little bit cleaner. Put 2 new ones on there. And then I've got just a whole bunch of stuff here in this container. So it's easier for me to lift one thing than 5 different things that are holding all this stuff. So that's what you're seeing is just one container holding a bunch of stuff. High chews in my little unicorn bowl. So yeah, this is just a little paintbrushes. I got a fan on my desk. That's my little power strip, upright power strip, little vacuum. And then this is the view of my room from this side. You can see it looks neater than it was before, but it's not like 100% straightened up. And it's never going to be like the clean, crisp lines that some people have in their craft rooms. I have never been a person like that. I never will be. And I don't plan to change that. This is also my office, which I didn't show you my desk because you don't need to see that. That's my workspace. Oh, and I never mentioned what's down in here. There's inks, and then some more inks down towards the bottom. But then I have a lot of bins of stuff, some tools as well. And then these 2 IKEA things are holding other trinkets and such. So I have stuff stashed everywhere. You can kind of see too, I have some lights that are up. I need to rehang the one that's closest to me with a different arm because it's better to use that arm. It's more stationary. But that is my finished cleanup of my craft room in the house. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't need to explain anything to anybody. But thanks for watching, and I know some people get a enjoyment out of seeing other people's spaces. I have so much stuff in here that I'm very fortunate to be able to have this and do this hobby along with you guys and share my stuff. So I do hope you enjoy this quick overview. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey everyone! So after I filmed my craft room cleanup video, I realized I hadn't shown this new cart that I got from Michael's. I already have one of these. You can see it back here. This is the Hudson cart, I think is what it's called. It's the extra wide one. I had my Copics in a 4-tier tray, which was, I think that's the Lexington from Michael's. I'm not sure. But it is a 4-tier tray cart that I had my Copics in. Now, here's the reason why I switched it out. That 4-tier cart has 4 shelves, and 2 of the 4 shelves are adjustable in height. But the problem is it can't hold the weight. So if you've ever thought about their 4-tier cart, I would pass if you're going to put anything heavy in it, because it will not hold the weight. At least it wouldn't hold my markers and my colored pencils. So I went from 4 trays, which were narrower, to the 3, but this is a wider cart, so I could still fit the same amount of items in it, and I still have this space that's empty here. So I put my Copics in the tray. This is my tray from Our Gray Barn on Etsy, and the reason I'm showing you this again is because A, there's a new cart, but B, I also got a new organizer or add-on piece, I guess, for the tray. Our Gray Barn, I was looking at her website only because I was looking at the size of this particular tray that holds my Copics in it. And they have this add-on thing which tilts the tray at an angle. So you could see it's actually in the cart. I'll show it from the side if I can. See how the tray is tilted? And there's a 3-piece MDF thing underneath it that's holding that entire tray at an angle. And so in order for me to show you that thing, the actual organizer piece or add-on piece, I'll have to pause because I have to use both my hands. I'm holding my camera right now, so hold on 1 second. Okay, so now you can see it. This is the MDF item add-on piece. It comes in 3 pieces, and the reason I haven't done anything to it is because I plan on traveling with it. So you could just break it down so it's flat, and I have a drawstring bag that I can put it in, and just put it in that Copic suitcase that I bought for my Copics. So that is what I wanted to show you, this little tiered stand. And it's got the little grooves in it to hold the marker tray. So I thought that was a nice add-on for this tray. And if I am at home, I can just leave it inside this tray. It doesn't fit the way that my Copics are leaning against that, but it fits in there, obviously, if I move my tray out of the way. I just wanted to show you that, and I hope for those of you who have, this marker tray or something similar and find it useful to have your markers tilted at an angle so you can just pull them easily. That's what this is it's just an add-on stand. I think it was $10 from Our Gray Barn. And I hadn't seen something like that before, so I just thought I'd show that to you all. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.